Hello everybody, it's Abigail. So I decided to make this video because I don't know, it's important to me to talk about what happened 48 hours ago. It has completely changed a lot of things for me. It's so crazy, like one day we're sitting here like living one thing, and then all this stuff happens, and then you're stuck living something else. I don't know. So 48 hours ago I started having crazy abdominal pain to the point where I couldn't even breathe. It hurt so bad. So I woke up and I told my husband, like, hey, I need to go to the emergency room. I'll just Uber over there and then I'll call you if it's something serious. And I don't know why he said, no, let me take you. He called his twin. His twin came over here and stayed because of the girls. And he took me to the hospital. They put me straight back to a room, and I was waiting to get seen by the doctor. And my husband comes back from the front, and all I remember is telling him, like, I need to throw up. And then I got up and I walked towards the trash can so I could throw up. And then I just felt so weak, and I felt like super hot, and my whole body just started sweating. And then I had like a ringing in my ears, and I just got so weak. I literally like just plopped down in the chair, and my husband was trying to fan me, and I was like, oh my God, call somebody, I'm gonna die. That's all I kept saying is, I'm gonna die. I felt like I was gonna die, and it is the scariest feeling I've ever had in my whole entire life. It was so crazy. So he calls, I don't know, the nurse or something, and then the doctor comes in and like is trying to question me and why I'm there. And all I kept telling her is, help me, I'm gonna die. Help me, I'm gonna die. And they were like, okay, we need you to get on this wheelchair. And they had a wheelchair there, and I couldn't even, I don't know how I got on the wheelchair. I couldn't even move. I just was crying. I was like, I guess at that time I was kind of like in shock. Like, I really felt like I was dying. So they told me, like, could you please not yell or cry or something? I don't know, but I just could not stop. So I was just like, God help me, God help me. Like, that's all I remember saying is, God help me. And oh man, it was so crazy. They moved me to the back. They did a CT of my stomach. We're like, okay, we're sending you off to like the OB department because it has something to do with like your ovaries and stuff. And I got there, and by that time, like, they had drawn blood. They had taken me to CT scan. They had given me like 4 milligrams of morphine and something else. I don't know. And I was finally like able to stand the pain enough to like breathe. And when I got back there, they were doing like an ultrasound of my stomach, and then they called the doctor, and they're like, okay, like, you're bleeding internally. We have to do this procedure like immediately. And I just remember like, okay, sure, because I didn't know what else to do at the time. It was just so crazy, like out of nowhere. It was so crazy. And I just remember thinking like, oh my God, if I die, like, what's gonna happen to my kids? Where are they gonna be? Who's gonna take care of them? And I just said, God help me. And that was all I could say. I was kind of like in shock. And it was so crazy. So they took me, and they moved me to like a little room right before the procedure. And the last thing I remember is the anesthesiologist, he was funny. He's like, yeah, so we're gonna, I'm gonna help you. You're not gonna feel anything. He's like, okay, we're gonna start with these 3 mLs of Versed, and if you're still breathing by the time we get back there, then I'll give you some more. And I don't know, I guess I just laughed or something, and then I don't remember anything else. The next thing I remember is that I woke up and I was in PACU, and I said, thank God I'm alive, and thank God I'm gonna have more days to spend with my beautiful girls. And man, that is so crazy to just feel like you're dying is crazy. To go through something traumatic like that is crazy. But you know what? Like, it just makes you more conscious of how small the world actually is and how things can end so quickly. So it helps you help others, I think, by telling them your crazy stories. Like, oh my gosh, guys, this has been the craziest thing I've ever gone through. Like, yes, I have health problems, but I had never felt like I was dying before, and it was so scary. So now I'm here, and I'm alive, and I will take each day that God wants to give me, and I will make the most of it. And if anybody ever needs a prayer or anything that I could help with, count me in. Just tell me, like, hey, I need you to pray for me. You don't even have to tell me, like, what you need me to pray for. I will be praying for you, because that's the only thing that really did it for me. Just God saved my life, and it was so scary. But I'm still here and I'm still alive, so there's still hope. And I mean, I guess we need to keep believing in miracles, because I believe that that was a miracle. And yeah, so now I'm like at my house and I am super sore and I'm super bloated. I'm going to just show you a little bit of my bruising, because let me see. Oh God. Yeah, they got me good. And for some reason, my stomach on the left side is so swollen. But I guess time heals everything, so I just gotta give it time. So for now, I will keep y'all uploaded. The next video I was planning on doing was on the 25th of this month, so in a couple of days. And it was gonna be just to tell y'all how everything started with my MS journey. But then I hit this little bump on the road, and I decided to talk about how God saved my life and how it was literally a miracle. Like, it was just, the way everything happened was just a miracle. And if you've ever had any trouble, like, believing in God, like, I hope that this story kind of helps you in some way see that there is still a God out there, and He is so real, and He like keeps His promises. And I mean, He's not looking for perfect people, because I'm far from perfect. I'm probably like so imperfect. But it doesn't matter, because God still loves you. And thank God for my life, and I will use every single moment of every single day to try to be a better person. And yeah, so that is what happened to me 48 hours ago. And just keep the faith. And that's all we could do, because, I mean, one day everybody's gonna die. So I'm just glad it just wasn't my turn, and I'm still here to take care of my kids, because, I mean, they're little and they need me. And I know that I'll be able to look at this video a year from now, 2 years from now, whatever time. Just like I've looked back at the previous videos I've made, and I can see, like, God working in my life and the progress that I've made. Because, I mean, literally right now, like, this is a crappy spot to be in. But I'm not in control. Anyway. Yeah, so that's the story, guys.